Spoke and me are out today. We're on our way to the trailhead right now as we speak. Been driving for a short bit now, but like 15 minutes out. We're headed up to ride Lower Whoops and Upper Phil's Trail. Couple just shorter, quick laps. Pretty fun. Lower Whoops. I'm gonna get it mixed up all day. Lower Whoops is very much a flow trail. It's very smooth, a lot of jumps. Really fantastic for working on like jump progression. I've ridden it a few times now. The first time I rode it, couldn't really clear anything, and then I'll talk about it here in just a second. Went out to film a video with me and Spoke 2 days ago, and did a much better job jumping. So hopefully today, when we're out riding, I'm feeling good and I'm clearing the jumps again. And then Upper Phil's, the whole Phil's loop, the whole Phil's trail is really fun. Really is. I did it for the first time a few days ago. Definitely XC, definitely very pedal heavy, but really fun. But upper section is a little bit more downhill. There's a little bit more tech. There's one prominent rock feature that I'll probably stop at again today, just because I've only ridden the trail one time. I'm not super familiar with it. Probably check it out. But a little bit more technical. Now, coming from Washington, we're used to riding stuff like Raging River, Taggart Mountain, North Slopes, stuff like that, stuff that's steep and very rooty, very technical, and there's not really a whole lot of big jump trails. Definition of tech out here in the Bend area is not quite the same. But that being said, there are some like really cool trails that do have some pretty cool features, like Funner, super fun trail that actually has some pretty challenging rock rolls and technical features on it. It was really fun. Definitely recommend it if you're coming to Bend looking for a bit more of a technical day. Funner should be at the top of your list. And you're gonna pedal up and you're gonna be like, this isn't gonna be steep and technical. And it's really not steep. And you're gonna start descending it and you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? Because the top section is very pedal heavy and just kind of open, smooth riding. And then you'll kind of drop in to the forest a little bit and you'll start getting into the rocks. And you're gonna have fun. Spoke is amped. All right, we're going one-handed today, at least for the climb. It's all road. Most difficult part is just making sure we don't get hit by a car. So, to explain some more from the car, I'm currently training for an Ironman 70.3 Washington, the Tri-Cities Ironman. Spoke. So it is about a month away from the day I'm recording this. September 21 is the race. Truly, that's something I've always wanted to do. I did some triathlons during college with a couple buddies. Performed pretty well, all things considered, and had a lot of fun. And just kind of ever since then was like, it'd be fun to do a big one. Obviously, the end goal in all this is a full Ironman. Gives me goosebumps thinking about crossing the finish line and hearing, "Bro, let's go." Not that. Hearing, "Craig Martin, you are an Ironman." Wow, that sounds so cheesy. Anyway, hearing those words after doing all that training and going to just kind of that dark corner in your mind for 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, however long it takes, I don't know. That just sounds epic. Type 2 fun for sure, but epic. So I've been putting in the work, 70.3. I don't exactly know when I'm gonna do the full. I'm gonna take a break from the triathlon training, which a lot of people probably be like, why would you do that? You're halfway there. You're right. But a lot of life changes going on, and trying to get settled, and training for a full Ironman is not, even just signing up is not inexpensive. There's just not the right time financially to do it. In fact, the entire reason I even chose to do the half Iron right now, because it is also expensive. It was like, I think it was like $500, maybe $400. I don't exactly remember, but somewhere around there just to sign up. I didn't have a road bike because my road bike was garbage, which I didn't know that when I signed up. I thought my road bike was still good. And it was not. I had to buy a road bike. So it's just kind of been a whole thing. But the whole reason I signed up was because I just got out of the Army. Today's August, like today's the 16th of August 2025, and I got out of the Army on August 8th. So 8 days ago was officially my last day in the Army. As a celebration for my time in the Army, kind of career coming to an end, I decided to sign up for something. I just finished doing 4 years of Army field artillery stuff, and really the last 9 months I was a finance manager, comptroller, whatever term you want to use, for the brigade. But 4 years of doing hard things, difficult things, figure what better way to celebrate than sign up for something hard. And really the motivating factor was actually, I was kind of playfully just like deciding, we'll go swim some laps, do something a little different. And when I was there, just so happened to run into somebody who's an Apache pilot at JBLM, which is where I got out of the Army. And we got to talking, and he was like, dude, we like swim team. You know, like complimented me on my swimming, which always feels good. But it's like, no, I did a couple triathlons in college and self-taught. And then he was like, oh, that's cool. I'm actually signed up and doing Ironman Tri-Cities in September. You should do it. And at first I was like, probably not enough time to get trained up for it. And kind of got me thinking anyway, and decided, I'll just start training and doing some triathlon training just to see how it feels. And long story short, decided I was being a little bitch and I needed to sign up, so I wasn't being a little bitch. Claire convinced me, my dad convinced me, and I signed up. So now we're just about a month out from it, and I've been going hard with the training. It's been good. The other reason for it, kind of a long rant here. frankly, purely my own making. There's really nobody at fault here except myself for this. I got pretty out of shape during my time in the Army. Kind of ironic, actually. I was in stellar shape, even in BOLC, Basic Officer Leadership course for my non-military friends. It's where you basically go and you learn your MOS as an officer. So I was a 13 Alpha, which means I was field artillery. So I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for BOLC to learn how to be a field artillery officer in the Army. Met a dude there. We did a lot of runs, lifted together every single day after class. Ran all the time together in the mornings, before PT, at PT, also in the evenings, on the weekends. I was in the best shape of my life at BOLC. Felt strong, felt good. I think like a lot of people, I just let the stress get to me and the responsibilities I had kind of weigh me down. And I put the job and taking care of all those things and the soldiers I was entrusted with and all that kind of stuff first over my fitness, which at the time felt like the right thing to do. Looking back, I think it was a very wrong thing. I think I set a bad example from a fitness standpoint for everybody that I was responsible for. And I think kind of looking back and what I've learned, I think a strong fitness foundation really sets the tone for the type of leader you are, for the type of organization you run. It says a lot about your character. It says a lot about your time management skills. It really does more than just simply keep you fit, keep you healthy. It really speaks volumes on multiple echelons. And I think I failed in that aspect, at least for a while. And I never got truly out of shape, but not really in the shape that I knew I was capable of getting in and maintaining, which is why I do still kind of consider that a failure. But I learned. That's kind of what this whole thing is about. So, it's kind of a tribute to all of that, which, with everything else I said, that is kind of why I'm doing this Ironman, 70.3. To really go out there, get myself back in shape, do something hard, set the example, and just kind of kick off this next chapter of life the right way. So I'm pumped, I'm excited. For those of you who don't know, my name is Craig Martin. I run Martin's Migration. It's primarily a mountain biking and landscape photography page, business, LLC. It is an LLC, so whatever you want to call it. But I'm still figuring out, frankly, exactly what I want it to be and where I want to take it and the message I want to share. And I'm kind of at a point where I think I just need to start creating and really driving content in my photos and sharing the experience along the way and kind of see where it takes me and figure out as I'm going kind of the message that I want to deliver. I thought I needed to have it figured out in advance, and I think I'm wrong. But like most of this experience with trying to build a business in a very saturated market, I'm figuring it out as I go. It's a bunch of guesswork, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of exciting, because if it does succeed and I'm able to make it a profitable business that I can support myself and my wife, and of course this little booger off of. Fantastic. That'd be a kick-ass story and experience. And if it doesn't, I have a cool hobby that I got to document. So that's kind of where I'm at. Oh gosh, there's so many bees out here. All right. So as I was saying earlier, this trail is a little bit more technical. It's really more of an XC, part of an XC loop. But if you just do the upper section, I'd consider it slightly more downhilly. Definitely more so than the rest of those. But I'll only do this one other time with Claire. Spoke hasn't been on this yet. We'll probably go a little easier, and then depending on how Spoke is feeling when this is done, we'll come back up for a whoops lap. Let's go, big guy. Some rocks. Not sure. Yeah. Pretty beautiful. We are at, I think, the top of Upper Fills. So, throw on the chest strap, get ready for a little bit downhill, and just see what happens. Definitely get Spoke some water. We'll be back. I don't know if you can see it, but I got a butterfly on my ankle. Woo. We got Spoke some water. Got a little rest. Now we start the fun stuff. Ready, big guy? Let's go. It is starting to heat up, so we'll see if seems okay. Spoke. Keep going, bud. We're gonna follow Spoke for a bit. Let him set the pace. Keep going, buddy. Let's go. All right, he's gonna follow me. Good boy. We're gonna take it kind of slow. Don't really know the trail. We're out here alone. I remember there being a fair amount of chunk. Something on my bike does not sound pleasant. I think that was that sketchier rock feature that I had mentioned in the car earlier. Oh, it is so sandy. It seemed easier this time. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Oh, it is so loose. These are new pedals. Here, sliding. These are old. I've had these pedals. I actually got them off a 2016 YT Capper that I had, that I bought in Switzerland. I did a study abroad in Switzerland. Woo. Bought a bike out there. Oh, this is like super fun, but it is so loose. Definitely gotta watch the speed. Spoke's still right behind me. Probably take a breather up hit for him.
Wow, I can't even speak. Trail's got me speechless. Oh, this is so much fun. Woo. I think there's a section down here. It's gonna be good. Right here, yeah. You having fun, big guy? This trail's so good. So dusty, it just kind of feels like you're surfing. Oh, big guy. Oh, he's on me again. This time he's on the left ankle. Was that a fun trail? Yeah. Yeah, so he's going after the butterfly. Oh, Spoke. You ready? You wanna keep going? Let's go. Lead the way, buddy. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, bud. Okay. He's doing the right thing. We, woo! Oh, that was... We trained him to follow us, so he's doing the right thing, but it would make for probably better footage for him to be in front. There he goes. He goes, "You slow, bitch." That's what he said. You all heard it. It is dusty. Good job, bud. All right. Whoa. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's sandy. You good, bud? You having fun? We wanna rest for a second? I don't think he does. Boy's got no quit. Just a lot of pee. So, a little bit about Spoke. This is kind of my first video that I'm gonna be posting like this. Spoke is a Vizsla, if you were wondering. He is about 1.5 years old, so we're keeping the rides and runs and everything with him pretty short still. Reason being, the breeder told us that about 2 years of age is when their ligaments are fully developed and there's less risk of injury, less risk of them getting overuse injuries that can cause problems later in life for them. You know, he is effectively our son. So we want to try to do it like we would with ourselves and with real children, prolong their quality of life at any ability that we have to do so. Whoa. So we're watching him, making sure we're not pushing him too hard, too fast. And once you hit that 2-year mark, kind of adopt like a marathon plan almost, where you're looking at a long-term strategy to get faster, to run farther, improve your overall endurance, and minimize risk to injury. That tree branch is low. Oh gosh, that didn't happen. Yeah. How's it going? Spoke, where you going, buddy?
He's like, why are you stopping?
He is. Yeah, big guy. Yeah, big guy. Yeah, big dude. Let's go, big dude. Yeah. Oh, he's such a sexy bastard. All right. Heading on to, it's the same exact climb up the road, but we're going back to Lower Whoops. Yeah, big guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, big dude. I had an added disclaimer to this. If you haven't noticed by this point, have ADHD. Which means I think there's a strong possibility I'm gonna go back and rewatch this to stitch everything together and probably realize there's a lot of gaps and a lot of stories and things that I've been saying because I get distracted. So yeah, let's just expect that. I wish I was recording. Unfortunately, it was turned off. But this little bugger just went after a chipmunk that went running across the street. And he was an inch behind it as it went up a tree. And he went straight through a tree branch and broke it off the tree. Completely fine, he's okay. But freaking idiot is what he is. All right, made it to the top. All right, we are dropping in. I got pretty busy. Look out, buddy. I'm happy he's leaving. Look out, bud. There we go. All right. Oh, that was so bad. All right, descending Lower Whoops. Super busy trail today. Folks gotten kind of tired. Yeah. Oh, these jumps are so good. Catch your breath, big guy. Ah, so much fun. Gotta get my foot on. Yeah. boy. Oh. Big air. Yep, he's starting to wear out. This is about where I expected. Catch his breath again. Come on, bud. Good boy. Super burmy. Yeah. Oh, that was almost bad. We're not gonna hit these. Come on, buddy. Took the inside line. Here's like a cool little gap. Yeah, those I did not clear. You guys are coming in pretty hot. And be ready to pull up for those. I'll just gotta be trying on those. My feet. Come on, big guy. We're almost to the end. All right. He's tired. That was good. Good length today. Whew. Good boy. I said good boy. Good boy. All right. So I think that's gonna be it for today. Spoke is pretty tired. Big dude. But he had a good ride. Got a lot of water. So that's gonna be it for today. Probably not gonna put any photography in with this today. But it's been good. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm kind of thinking in the future as I go, probably gonna try to do a bit shorter of a day on the bike, at least video wise, and then match it with some photography going on. Maybe I'll do just back and forths of a mountain biking day and then a photography video and then some combos. And photography is going to incorporate hiking and backpacking and all that kind of stuff. Probably some bike packing. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Tired, big guy. Yeah. Yeah, fun. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. You have a good day, buddy. You have a good time.
sleeping.